You've called the process a sham. Do you think Kavanaugh has been honest in his testimony?
I guess the issue is, for me, is that the document release that they've been bragging about, how many thousands of pages they've released, when it comes to the body of his work, it really represents only about 10% of the totality of his documents. In the little bit that we've gotten that's been marked committee confidential, that I continue today, tweeting every day, just pushing these committee confidential documents out against that sham rule, we are seeing already there's a lot of nuggets in there that are worthy of asking this candidate.
Well, speaking of the documents, this morning you said you were going to break Senate rules so you could release documents pertaining to Kavanaugh. You said you were willing to risk expulsion from the Senate to do that. Now Republicans on the committee have said that the documents had already been approved for release before 4 a.m. this morning. Senator Cornyn basically accused you of a political stunt to bolster a possible run for the presidency. Was that just a stunt?
Well, I mean, the amusing thing about that is Cornyn first said is he threatened me with expulsion. Said what I was doing was unbecoming to the office I was holding. It's a deep insult for a senator to give to a senator in an environment with a lots of collegiality. He was doing that because last night I broke the Senate rules by reading from that email. And then today, throughout the entire day, this is not just about one email, I've already released over 20 committee confidential documents in violation of what they say are the Senate rules, of which Cornyn said I should be expelled for. So according to Cornyn's rules, it's a lot of talk, a lot of bluster right now. I am breaking the rule. But I was raised and taught that an unjust law, you almost have an obligation to stand against it. So I'm violating those laws. I have been doing all day. And it was an unjust law. You see, there's no consequence. They will not move to expel me from the Senate for violating the committee confidential rules. And I will continue to do so because I believe the public has the right to know where he stands on these issues.
But I guess the question is, was it really a violation? Because at this point, I mean, to be clear, Bill Burke, the President Bush's presidential record representative, said he cleared the documents before 4 a.m. per your staff's request, and that they had told you you could use them publicly. Grassley's office also confirmed you were told that the restrictions on the documents had been waived before you spoke today. So how do you square that with the idea that, with what you've said?
Well, I squared that very easily. Number one, last night I broke the rules before then they scrambled to release the document, but I continue to release documents. I've released 20 so far that they have not cleared. I am breaking the rules. I'm breaking the sham rules. 20 documents. If you check my Twitter feed, anybody in the public now can have access to the ones that they wanted to hide. They haven't cleared those yet. Maybe they're rushing to catch up to me and clear those as well.
So what you talked about today, though, earlier, had those been cleared, and did you know those had been cleared?
Again, when I broke the committee rules last night, those documents had not been cleared.